glasses together violently, causing the drinks to slosh and mix. This was a mutual sign. If I poisoned your drink, I have now poisoned my own. However, this grim origin is debated. A more festive theory holds that it was about engaging all five senses. You can see, smell, and taste the wine, but you can't hear it. The clink was added to bring sound to the celebration. A third theory claims the sound was thought to ward off evil spirits. Galaxies, including our entire Milky Way, is being pulled at a staggering 1.4 million miles per hour, 600 kilometers per second, toward a mysterious, massive gravitational anomaly. Scientists call it the Great Attractor. For decades, we couldn't see what it was because it's hidden behind the zone of avoidance, the dense, dusty plane of the galaxy that blocks our view. We only knew it existed because of the immense gravitational tug it exerts on us and hundreds of thousands of other galaxies. Modern X-ray and radio astronomy have finally pierced the veil, revealing it to be a massive supercluster of galaxies, the Norma cluster, with the mass of quadrillions of suns. The pound cake recipe. The pound cake gets its wonderfully literal name from its original 18th century recipe. It was incredibly simple to remember in an era when many people were illiterate. 1 pound of flour, 1 pound of butter, 1 pound of eggs, and 1 pound of sugar. This 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 ratio produced a massive, dense cake weighing over 4 pounds, capable of feeding a very large gathering. Over time, as home ovens became more common and families smaller, the recipe was scaled down, but the name stuck. Modern recipes now often add leavening agents like baking soda or baking powder to make it lighter, but the name pound cake remains a testament to its simple, hefty origins. The Nautawolf. The maned wolf, a bizarrely long-legged creature from South America, is not a wolf or a fox. It's the only species in its own genus, Chrysoceon, or golden dog. Its incredibly long, thin legs aren't for speed, but are a perfect evolutionary adaptation to help it see over the tall grasslands of the savanna. Despite its wolf name, its diet is surprisingly gentle. About 50% is fruit, especially the wolf apple, which is believed to protect it from a common giant kidney worm. It doesn't howl, it roars, a loud, deep bark to communicate, and its urine has such a strong, distinct smell, similar to hops or cannabis, that it's used to mark territory and has earned it the nickname skunk wolf. The meaning of sarcasm. The word sarcasm comes from the Greek word sarkazine, which literally means to tear or strip the flesh off. This vividly paints the speaker. A brutal and accurate description of how sarcasm is used as a biting wit to mock or wound. This same dark root word, sarx, flesh, gives us another grim term, sarcophagus. The stone coffins were often made of a specific limestone that was believed to be flesh-eating, sarcophagus, supposedly decomposing the body inside at terrifying speed. Both words, one for wit and one for coffin, share a disturbing origin in the idea of consuming flesh.
Target down!
You have two blind spots. The optic nerve connects to the retina, meaning there are no photoreceptor cells, rods, or cones there. You can find yours easily. There may come at arm's length with slightly bit to the right, staring forward. It will vanish. The only reason you don't see two black holes in your vision is that your brain is a master counterfeiter. It doesn't just ignore the gap, it actively paints over it, sampling the colors and patterns from the surrounding area to create a seamless, plausible, but entirely fabricated image in real time. Spaghettification. If you fell into a black hole, you would be killed by spaghettification. adaptation, a term coined by Stephen Hawking. As you got closer, the gravitational pull on your feet would be so much stronger than the pull on your head that you would be stretched like a strand of spaghetti. Interestingly, how you die depends on the black hole's size. If you fell into a small stellar mass black hole, the tidal forces are so extreme that you won't harm. But if you fell into a supermassive black hole, the curve of gravity is gentle. Cross the event horizon, past the point of no return without feeling a thing, only to be fatally stretched much, much later. CNOMADs. The WarZoing CNOMADs are maritime people known for their exceptional navigating abilities. Their skill isn't really practice, it's genetic. Evolutionary studies have shown that the WarZoing have developed something larger spleens than neighboring groups. The spleen acts as a reservoir for oxygen-rich red blood cells. When they dive, their spleen contracts, releasing this oxygen boost into their bloodstream. This unique physiological adaptation, a real-world example of human evolution in action, allows them to hold their breath for astounding durations, reportedly up to 13 minutes, and dive to depths of 200 feet to hunt. The origin of goodbye. The word goodbye is a contraction of the much older and more formal phrase, God be with ye. This was originally a sincere blessing, wishing divine protection upon someone who was departing. Over centuries, this full phrase was slurred in common speech and compressed. You can see the linguistic fossil record. God be with ye became God why, which eventually softened into goodbye. The word is likely a later alteration, influenced by polite greetings like good morning or good day, which shifted the word's meaning from a sacred blessing to a simple secular farewell. The year without a summer. The year 1860 is known as the year without a summer, all because of the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora, the largest eruption in recorded history. It threw so much ash into the atmosphere that it blocked the sun and caused global temperatures to plummet. This led to crop failures and food riots, but it also had a huge cultural impact.
Enemy deployed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
To pass the time, they held a ghost story competition. As a result, 19-year-old Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. That same summer, dramatic, sulfur-hued skies inspired the stunning in the paintings of artist J.M.W. Turner. The focus element. In 1925, sci-fi publisher Hugo Gernsback created The Isolator.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
This was a terrifying-looking, soundproof helmet
Mark
with a
remaining
tiny
operator
window
from
and an
that squad.
oxygen supply,
Hunt them down.
designed to eliminate all distractions. The helmet was lined with belt, reducing outside noise by 95%. However, it had a major design flaw. It worked too well. Cut off from all stimuli and hearing only their own breathing, users
dropping into the AR.
drowsy and asleep. Gernsback's fix claiming the pure air would keep the wearer quiet. It didn't work, and the device remained a bizarre, creepy footnote in the history of productivity hacks.
You've made it to the top 10.
Frankenstein.
Got 10 squads active in the field.
Uranus's moon Miranda looks like it was stitched together with spare parts. This small moon has a chaotic surface with massive canyons, jagged cliffs, and smooth plains all smashed together. Scientists believe Miranda was shattered by a massive impact, and its own gravity pulled the broken pieces back together in this random pattern. Its most famous feature is Corona
Loading new mag.
a cliff face estimated to be 12 miles, 20 kilometers deep. It is the tallest known cliff in the solar system, over 10 times deeper than the Grand Canyon. Because of Miranda's low gravity, if you were to jump off the top, it would take you a full 12 minutes to reach the bottom, hitting the ground at a mostly survivable speed of around 1.5
It's
miles
all on
per
you.
hour.
Stay alive.
All on me.
Ducks. At the 1928 Amsterdam Olympics, Australian rower Bobby Pearce was a family of ducks drifted into his lane. Instead of plowing through, he came to a dead stop and waited. His opponent from France, stunned, quickly rode past him, gaining a lead of several boat lengths. The crowd was shocked by Pearce's apparent lack of competitive spirit. But once the ducks were clear, Pearce exploded with a burst of power that was simply demoralizing. He not only caught up, but left his rival in the dust, winning by 30 seconds. He went on to win the gold, and despite the duck delay, set a new Olympic record. The Dino Time Gap. We tend to lump all dinosaurs into one Jurassic Park era, but that's wrong. The Stegosaurus was already a collection of ancient fossils, buried deep underground for millions of years. Before the T-Rex even